Can you take us through your journey?
I was 30 years old and, I wasn't settled financially, right? I wasn't contributing much to the house, kitchen, nothing. But I knew that at some point of time, I have to do more than getting by.
For the first 3 years, I think you bootstrapped it, then you raised funds.
Naukri also, we bootstrapped for 3 years, then raised venture capital, फिर market meltdown हुआ, फिर 3-4 साल और crisis रही. That will the company break even? Will the company succeed? Will the company become large? We've taken venture capital, और venture capital नहीं मिलेगा because market has melted down. क्या करेंगे? कैसे करेंगे? So actually, Naukri, I could say, was financially successful. Maybe 6 years after we launched.
2003.
2004. ऐसे अब ठीक है, अब 10-12 करोड़ टर्नओवर है, प्रॉफिट बन रहा है, हर साल ग्रोथ आने की गुंजाइश है. सी इन हाइंडसाइट, I would say that what worked for Naukri was that we identified a gap in the market, an unsolved problem,
Right.
something which nobody else was doing. We were the first to do it. We priced it right, we marketed it right, and it hit a hot button because people wanted it.
Yeah.
We had a customer insight. तो ये 5-6 चीज़ें थी. Of course हमने मेहनत भी की. We were lucky also.
Right.
Okay. So all these things came together.
Yeah.
Right place, right time.
Correct.
Worked hard, worked smart. Got lucky. God was kind. All those things. So I would say focus a lot on your prospective customer or client. Number one. Identify the need gaps. Okay. What are the unsolved problems? 3, figure out a business, a product, a business model, whatever, where you are getting repeated money, revenue. कि it's not a one-off. कि हर हफ्ते, हर महीने, हर quarter, हर साल, customers will pay you.
Yeah.
So there's repeat business. Because that's how you build an organization. Predictable repeatability.
Now, I wanted to talk about insecurities. Again, I think a lot of the decisions that I take or like people take is driven by insecurities, right? Like, do I take this client or not? Like sometimes I was just doing a research on a potential health insurance brand right now, and they wanted to work with us, and हमने उनका research किया, हमने देखा कि उनके reviews बहुत ही गंदे हैं. Like they're not giving claim settlement ratio उनके बहुत कम है, पैसे ले लेते हैं but claim settle नहीं कर रहे हैं. So we were in a dilemma that do we take such a brand as a client? पैसे तो बन जाएंगे हमारे, तो हम खुश हैं, बट एट द सेम टाइम हम उनकी मार्केटिंग कर रहे हैं, उनकी हेल्प कर रहे हैं, तो शायद बाद में जाके कोई कस्टमर का नुकसान हो जाएगा एंड कहीं ना कहीं मेरे पे होगा. बट आई माइट टेक इट फ्रॉम एन इनसिक्योरिटी ऑफ आई नीड टू ड्राइव माई रेवेन्यू. हाउ डू कंट्रोल योर इनसिक्योरिटीज?
See, I'll tell you something. In the long run, your only asset is your reputation. And if something is capable of harming or damaging your reputation, my sincere advice is stay away. Build your reputation, don't damage it, especially when you're young. आपकी उम्र 25 साल है
जी,
आप कम से कम 50 साल और काम करोगे.
बिल्कुल.
With medical advancements 75 साल 100 साल, we don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to keep your reputation intact, and you also have to be able to sleep peacefully at night. I think that's really important. There should be no guilt कि मैंने ये गलत चीज़ की.
एंड आपने स्टार्टिंग में एक बात बोली, जब आपने वो पैसे लेने से मना कर दिया 80,000 रुपीज़, देन आपने अभी रेपुटेशन वाली बात भी करी, एंड इट्स प्रीटी ऑब्वियस, बट यूर अ लॉन्ग टर्म थिंकर, यूर अ मैन ड्रिवन बाय वैल्यूज़. एंड मेरे को आपसे समझना है, बिकॉज अगेन बहुत लोग शॉर्ट टर्म थिंकिंग में आज पैसे कमाने के चक्कर में अपनी वैल्यूज़ उनकी हिल जाती हैं. तो आपके हिसाब से कैसी वैल्यूज़ होनी चाहिए आज 20-25 की?
Be honest, do clean business, pay your taxes.
Be honest.
Do clean business. Be good with everybody, your clients, your investors, your colleagues and employees.
Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes.
Why do you say pay your taxes?
You sleep peacefully at night if you pay your taxes.
Because it's like a very separate point which I have seen.
No, but it's good to pay your taxes honestly. धंधा कर रहे हो, पैसे कमा रहे हो, टैक्स दे दो. How does it matter?
According to you, what's the core issue of the employment thing? Is it the, as you mentioned, government laws?
First of all, there have to be enough jobs.
Enough jobs.
वो कम है. Then there has to be enough skill and talent. वो भी कम है.
That's just a business idea. If somebody can work on this.
Well, yes, it is, but we have to see who will pay for what. We have invested in a company called Adda 24/7. Adda 24/7 coaches people for government job entrance exams. So India में in my estimation कम से कम 600-800 सरकारी जॉब के एग्जाम होंगे. Every small सरकारी job has an exam.
Yeah.
So this company trains people for those exams. The moment now they get lakhs of people. It's a freemium model. वो free में आके they study on the site. Lakhs of people. The moment you say एक private sector की नौकरी आ गई है, इसमें भी exam है, enrollments drop by 90%. People are not interested.
That tells me that India as a society is risk averse. Like uncertainty होती है private jobs में, perform करना पड़ता है.
It's not just that. I think it's also there's a lot of prestige in a government job. For a certain large section of society, a sarkari job carries much more prestige than a private sector job.
One concept is being rich and one is being wealthy, and I feel it's an unending trap. Because for example, if my FIRE number, which is independence retirement number, was 2 crores, once I hit it, I feel like 4 ले लेते हैं. 4 हो गए तो 6 ले लेते हैं. 6 हो गए तो 8 के पीछे पड़ गए हो. So rich versus wealth का जो unending trap होता है, greed आ जाती है.
So I think if you love what you're doing, okay, it's no longer work, and beyond the point you stop thinking about money because you're just loving what you're doing. और पैसा बनेगा. So money is the happy incidental outcome of being good at doing something you love. So because I love the independence of being an entrepreneur, I did not even notice that at the end of 10 years of finishing my business school, I was possibly the worst off person financially in my class.
Oh.
And my friends and classmates would talk about me when I was not there and say, yeah, what a bright guy, he's ruined his career. He could have had a great career in a large corporation. क्या कर रहा है अपनी लाइफ से? This was 99, 2000 before.
Yeah.
That's how I was regarded. People give me feedback now. हम ये सोचते थे.
So what were you driven by back then? I'm very interested in understanding.
Yeah.
Drive कहाँ से आ रही थी?
Drive आ रही थी मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ and that should succeed. So today I would say I get happiness when I meet young people pursuing new different creative ideas, and we get to invest behind some of them.
Yeah.
And if they succeed, we really get happy. So we share their success.
That's where the kick comes from today.
Meeting young people and understanding the ideas. So like when I was speaking to you before this camera was on, I was trying to find out what you do and how much you make and कैसे करते हो, क्या करते हो.
Yeah.
I'm totally fascinated by this world of creators.
Yeah.
कि साहब आपने कुछ कर दिया, YouTube पे डाल दिया, Instagram पे डाल दिया, आपके पैसे बन गए and millions का following हो गई. How is it possible?
Yeah.
I could never imagine it.
So are you saying that a 20-year-old should look at money like this, like they shouldn't focus on the money aspect, but they should focus on work and enjoying work?
देखिए पैसे बन जाएंगे if you're good at what you do. You will focus on becoming good at what you do. And if you're good at what you do, पैसे बन जाएंगे.
Now I'll take another step back, and this comes from a privilege, which is how do you decide what do you want to do? And then you come to be good at what you do.
You drift, you dabble, you try different things. Yeah, I mean, you will have experiences. आपकी उम्र 25 साल है.
जी.
तो आपने कुछ तो किया है ना लाइफ में, तो यहाँ तक पहुँचे आप.
जी.
And some way you stumbled upon stuff. यार मेरे को ये करना है. So it's not a perfectly scientific process. People drift, people stumble, people try different things, people dabble, then they figure out something, and that's fine.
I want to.
मैंने भी 7 साल drift किया after getting my job.
20 उसमें
7 साल drift किया, then stumbled upon नौकरी.
आप competition को कैसे देखते हो? Like,
so I'll tell you, when Naukri launched, it was a job listing site. We used to just list jobs. We used to charge money for listing jobs. JobsAhead came and they launched a resume database.
They launched
a resume database. We were not even gathering resumes, and वो product कामयाब हो गया. Our customers told us कि साहब JobsAhead ये कर रहा है, आप नहीं कर रहे, ये अच्छा product है. That's when we looked at it and we launched a resume database. Today, that resume database is 70% of our revenue.
What about getting overwhelmed by your competition?
If you're focused on the customer and you're confident about your product and you keep on innovating, which we do, you'll be okay. हाँ, एक बार हुआ हमसे कि we were doing 99 acres. We still are doing 99 acres. Okay. And after a few years, housing.com was launched with a map-based interface, right? And investors began to tell us कि साहब वो देखो बहुत बढ़िया product है. So हमने देखा, हमने ignore किया. फिर बोलने गए. After 1 year, we said, okay, fine, we'll do a map-based interface as well. So we gave an option, a listings interface or a map-based interface. And we discovered 90% of our customers, when given a choice, preferred the listings interface, not the map-based one. Now, there we copied competition only to discover that we were already doing the right thing first. But the customer will tell you. Once again, the customer will tell you.
Very good point. Yeah, very good insight. So businesses can today like learn from the competition. Just speak to their customer, their clients, and understand like, do you want us to add this to our service?
Yeah.
They say no, then it's
No, I'll give you one more growth hack.
yeah.
So we raised venture capital in April 2000. By November 2000, we said we'll hire salespeople. उससे पहले हम direct mail से बेचते थे. So we hired over 2 years 240 salespeople in 11 cities across India. And what we did was we created a Yahoo group. This is before WhatsApp. Yahoo group, was an email Yahoo group of all our salespeople, all the product, technology, marketing, and senior management on one group. And we said a simple thing to the sales guys that when you go on a sales call, a meeting, दिन में आप 3 करोगे 4 करोगे, जो कुछ भी client feedback दे, please put it on the group. ये feature ठीक है, ये feature ठीक नहीं है, competition has this, I have this problem with your service, this is working really well, right? And we began to get this feedback from our salespeople where the client had told them, your price ज़्यादा है, ये price ये है, all that. And if something made sense or 5-6 people were saying it, we would put in a new product development pipeline, in our innovation pipeline. So fundamentally, what we did for the next 3 years or 4 years, just listened to customers and did what they asked for. And that was our product development innovation pipeline. And our mechanism to do this was the sales force.
And again, one another pattern that I've seen in businesses is that, when once a business gets a first mover advantage, and then if they combine that or compound that with speed, it's a very good combination of sustaining and scaling. Like Zomato was one of the few, like probably the first one itself.
Actually, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
So I'll tell you something. There were other restaurant listing sites, but Zomato was the first one with all the menu cards, and the only one with all the menu cards. Till today, it's the only one with all the menu cards. And that again came from a customer insight. Dipinder Goyal was working in Bain Consulting.
Yeah.
In Gurgaon. 1 or 2 years out of IIT, Delhi. And Bain was this place where I think 50-60 लोग काम करते थे उस समय उस दफ्तर में. Mostly young, mostly male, mostly single, many living away from home. What it meant was घर से खाना ले लाते थे. Office had a cafeteria जहाँ lunch वो serve नहीं करते थे. You could bring your own food and eat it. To make life easy for the employees, the admin team had collated the menu cards, the delivery menu cards of 70 or 80 restaurants, which will deliver to that location, and kept it in one file folder in the cafeteria for people to refer to and then order food. Right? And they were, and working hours were long.
Yeah.
Lunch, dinner, both in the office very often. Right? Deadlines to meet. Workload high. And they were, 1 बजे भूख लग रही होती है. You go down, you stand in a line to access the file. You get your turn, you have 30 seconds to look at it because the guy behind you wants it. And then you order, then you come back after 45 minutes to pay when the food has come, and then you eat.
Oh, okay.
They say I had a huge problem. Very inconvenient. My boss is on my head and I have to go and order lunch and come back. It's a waste of time. Right? So one Saturday he came in and he scanned all the menu cards and he uploaded them on his own personal page on the office intranet. And 3 days later, the IT infra guy came to him and said, man, what have you done?
Crash ho raha hai.
What have you done? Why is 97% of the internal traffic going to your personal page? So that's when Dipinder realized that aggregation of menu cards got value. So that's when he went on weekends, just picking up menu cards from restaurant all over Delhi. And when 800 ho gaye, he launched the site and called it Foodie Bay. Foodie Bay later became Zomato. It was a customer insight. Where did the idea of Naukri come from? In my last job in HMM, this is post my MBA, I was in marketing. I was working on the brand Holics. 10-12 log the in an open hall, all the junior marketing executives. I used to observe that when the office copy of Business India would come in, everybody would read us in the back. Because there were 35-40 pages of appointment ads in the back of Business India magazine in those days. I said, that's when I figured that jobs are a high interest category of information. And so how do we launch Naukri? We got 29 newspapers and magazines from around the country every week
Yeah.
and just take the appointment ads and, in our own words, dump them on the site. Traffic began to come. So we had identified a traffic magnet based on a customer insight that they read Business India from the back. Deepinder Goyal had identified a traffic magnet by the fact that everybody was coming to his personal page on the office internet because he put the menu cards up there.
Yeah.
So on a simple insight like that, a great big business which is today valued at 2,20,000 crores was built. InfoEdge is valued at 95,000 crores. Origin came from that insight. Why do people read Business India from the back? So small insights can lead to ideas that can become very big businesses. So it's very important that if you want to be a founder, entrepreneur, observe, listen, talk, find out, be curious, get that customer insight. So छोटे insights से बड़े business बन सकते हैं.
What about Policy Bazaar? Policy Bazaar is also one of your
Policy Bazaar was you see, we invested in that pre-launch. So उस time तो product नहीं था, presentation नहीं था. They had no business plan also. That was based on a market insight, coupled with a customer, a belief in what a customer would want. So Yashish Ayya came to me and said, I'm willing to bet you're paying 60% more for your car insurance than you need to.
Yeah.
And I said, don't be daft. I've got a standard car from a reputed dealer. And the insurance came with the car. And the insurance company is public sector, national insurance company. So there's no way they'll overcharge me. He said, overcharge ki baat nahi hai. Different insurance companies price the same risk differently. So he said, show me your insurance policy. I showed it to him. He queried some databases of some insurance companies. And within half an hour came back with 6 quotes. And sure enough, the lowest quote was 40% lower than what I had paid. Same car, same model, same year.
Mm-hmm.
Same mileage. And I said, wow. He says, that's it. The insurance buying is a reasonably opaque process. You don't know what you're buying. You don't know if the price is right or wrong, or too high or too low. You just buy it because you have to buy it. The guy's selling it. You trust that guy. You buy it.
Yeah.
But, and I looked at it and I said, if this is the kind of price differences that there are in the insurance market, an insurance comparison site will work because people will want to know. And we went in. Again, market insight, customer knowledge.
All right. Last question which is coming to my mind is that what is that one question which you are trying to solve for right now in life?
Okay, that's a very deep one. No, I think one thing we're looking at is across many companies is how best to use AI in our businesses. The one question I don't have the answer to is, will AI cause job losses? I don't have the answer.
Nice. And on a personal level?
Personal level, I mean, people are now telling me, why aren't you retiring? And I'm thinking, Abhinay. So that has to be solved also.
Yeah, you just turned 61, no?
Yeah, I was 60 last year. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Sanjeev. So this was
Thank you.
a good one.
Guys, अगर आपको संजीव की बातें सुन के बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला तो ये आई बटन पे क्लिक करो और बाकी हमारे बिजनेस की सीरीज देखो और तब तक के रेस्टलेस को सब्सक्राइब करो, अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करो एंड स्टे रेस्टलेस.